the boat just for a couple of days. I've got a funeral to go to on a Thursday, so it's a quick one this. I'm hoping though in the quickness I'm going to finish off those remaining bits of insulation under the bow and side, but let's see. So this is what I've got to sort out. Although I have to say we're having another of the UK heat waves. Well, about to. It's heating up now. It's the next few days. I have to say it's lovely and cool under here for some reason under the bow, and it's tempting just to abandon the job and lie down under here. Anyway, so as I mentioned before, as you can see, it rises up at the floor. It's I can't point the camera there, but it's triangular and as well as the bow of the point. So I'm just going to have to get lots of the shapes, and luckily I've got tons and tons of the expanding foam left, so I can and nobody's going to ever see this apart from if I show you on the video. So I can bodge this up as much as I like. So first bits of the panels done, and now I need to do the roof bit. So I need to go and cut out a big triangle from there. Oh. Well, partly okay. Yes, and don't snigger. I've only just finished picking bits of foam out of my hair from last week, so I thought a bit of an impromptu fashion accessory from a supermarket carrier bag would be better than getting yet more spray foam in my hair, which, given I've got to get it all up here, I invariably will, and especially seeing as given the hot weather, the spray foam seems to be exploding out of the can like I was certainly unexpected. So it just does go everywhere. Finally finished. About 2 hours later than I thought, because I had a real problem when I tried to put the water. So I ended up buying that water tank for my neighbours, even though it doesn't quite fit. So that's why I've had to be quite careful with those bits there. But also, and basically it just about fits. And I did the measurements, and when I went to cane it in, there was just a bit too much insulation in the roof. So I spent an hour just hacking away at it, trying to get, trying to just do it without taking it all apart. But in the end, and then each time I had to put the water tank in, which isn't particularly easy, or try to at least. And then I gave up, and then luckily I've just had enough of some slightly thinner insulation, which I've used. And then I've had to, under here, there's just it's basically as level as the stiffening ribs. So I've got some of that leftover insulation, sort of foil blankety stuff that from doing the floor. So I put it over there. So there's just to keep the stiffening ribs not quite. At least there's something off to keep the cold, to keep the moist air off them when they get cold. Anyway, so I've just put a whole shed load more of foam in, as you probably can see. So I just need to let that settle a bit, and then hopefully I'll get the tank in and never get it out again. Morning. Well, the last super fiddly bit, well I hope it's the last fiddly bit of the insulation bit, is to, I need to, the stiffening ribs here, I need to cut this out so I can fit the fridge in as far as possible against the wall. Now, I can hear you from here. I know you're thinking, Stephen, what the hell have you done buying a fridge already? You haven't even got any walls yet. And this is true. And I wouldn't have bought a fridge yet. But I was actually, when I was setting on insulation, it's really difficult to find a small fridge in the UK these days. Because everybody wants these big American style things, and it's even harder to find a fridge freezer with a fridge on top. So I think there's literally two models in the entire UK, and this one is the smallest one I can find. It's actually my dad and his wife Pauline. They've got one, and otherwise I never would have found it. Anyway, it's really difficult to find, and I was just looking on it. I was checking online for the measurements too when I was setting out the installation, and I just happened to find that there was a ex-display model available for sale in Coventry because they're quite expensive as well. They're tiny. They're more expensive than a big fridge. So anyway, I found this, and because it would have gone, I bought it, and here it is. And yeah, and I have actually, you can't probably see this, but I have actually put it on I put it on some casters, and unlike the big thing in the sheet plywood thing, it has actually worked. So I can move this around I can move it around the boat while things need to be moved around, not without too easily. I haven't actually started using it yet until I get this done, because I need to trace it. Anyway, so I need to cut this off because there's the lip here, and it just means that I can just get this a few centimetres nearer, and with the boat and the size of it, a few centimetres makes all difference, and this will just mean enough. There should be just enough room to get it into sort of the cupboards. The other good thing about bringing it earlier as well is I also found I was planning to sort of build it into just a well-fitting sort of cubby hole, as it were, in the kitchen. And I turned it on just to see if it was working, and I noticed it's just like the beer fridge actually. I'm not used to this, but it's the heat from the evaporator actually comes out to the sides, so I can't build it straight in. So it's a good job I knew that earlier on. So I'll have to just jiggle about with this a little bit. I mean, it's okay because there was some room in the cupboard I was planning anyway. But anyway, yeah. So I started off. I did try to use. I did thought I'd use my angle grinder and get that done, and it was it was visually it's pretty. You get nice fireworks and things. The only problem is it basically works by melting metal, which is all very well and good, but when it started to melt, I thought, oof, yeah, this is going to start going on fire any minute now. So what I'm doing is going back to the trusty jigsaw that's got a wood metal blade, and it's boring, but it works slowly, just cutting along the side. Anyway, I'll won't bore you with all of that, but I'll do a little bit. First of all, just get quite noisy. So this basically is because the problem with the jigsaw, it reciprocates in, and the only way I could get it to do it was basically hitting a corner of the wall. So this basically just keeps the jigsaw far enough out that that it doesn't hit, hopefully. Well, there we go. I know you probably think that seems an awful lot of faff to save 2 or 3 centimetres, but for me, I think it will make, well, quite different. Well, it will, but it will. Saving the 3 centimeters or whatever I've saved, maybe a little bit more, is actually makes quite a big difference because of the. I mean, down here there will be the. You need to walk past this. So yeah, I'm quite pleased for that, and it's one of these things. I've been lying there when I can't sleep, thinking, how do I do this? Will it work? And so I'm happy that I've done it now, and I can think of other things. Last I finished that, well, sort of. The pieces aren't foamed in yet because I'm going to have to remove some of them for to do some stuff for the bulkhead. I need to cut in the hole in the for the wires from other things. So I've just left them as it is, and then I've obviously have to fill in the stiffening ribs. But I've still got plenty of the bits and things to do that. However, on the main sort of cutting and things, that's done at least. Unfortunately, both for me and for your sake, to watch it, I can't say that's the last time that I will ever be picking up insulation, as well as finishing off the sticking into that, which I'll do later. There's still all the area around the windows and the doors where I need to do, but before I do that, I need to work out how much I'm going to sort of sort it out, so I didn't want to put insulation. But that's all going to be, there's not going to be much in the way of insulation, it's only going to be small strips, so it's not going to be the big thing. And also there's the hatch to do. I've cut the piece of insulation for that. It's just one piece to push in, so it's not like but the hatch is so heavy, I think I mentioned that at the moment, I can barely move it myself at the moment. So I thought I'd better wait until maybe there's somebody else here to help me. Regardless, I've got sort of, you can see it's well, you can't actually, it's too bright, but it's, that's become my sort of junk room back there, so I need to sort it out, and I haven't got time right now, because as I mentioned, I've got to head off for a funeral very shortly. It's our second sort of heat wave, and I'm not particularly looking forward to putting a black suit and tie on today in 32 degrees, but that's what you have to do. Yes, so as I said, end of ventilation for the main phase at least, so I can say that. And when I get back, which will be a bit of a while yet, so there might be another gap to the video, but. Yes, at least insulation will reappear at some point. It's no longer the main focus, and when I get back, it'll be a whole different project. So it's going to be the lining out and more sheet materials. Unfortunately, I can't wait to get rid of the sheet material phase, but we will have to push. It's not a royal we. I will have to push on through that. Anyway, so well. Say goodbye for now, thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you all soonish. Bye!